Hello and welcome to Reading with Jim Larsen. I am Jim Larsen. This is the only program anywhere on the internet where I read something. Today I am reading this write-up that was sent to me. It is from the Fluvanna County Public Library Spice of the Month Club, in which they tell us all about celery seed. Flavor profile: bittery, savory, lemony. Wild celery is an ancient European plant from which garden celery and celery root were bred in the 17th century. Cutting or leaf celery, also called smallage, resembles the original wild celery. Chinese celery is mid-green with leaves similar to those of garden celery. The unrelated water or Vietnamese celery has upright stalks with small serrated leaves. Do not confuse it with poisonous European water dropwort. Wild celery has been cultivated for over 3,000 years and was widely used by the ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans as a panacea and was grown in most of their herb gardens. The Romans also added the bitter seeds and leaves to bread, wine, soups, cheese, and other foods. By the 6th century CE, wild celery had been introduced to China. Meanwhile, in Europe, its use spread north to France and England. In medieval Europe, it was believed to cure every kind of illness. By the 17th century, a new, sweeter form of the plant was being cultivated in Italy for use as a vegetable. This is the celery we know today. Its wild relative, smallage, was relegated to seed production and is still the main source of celery seed. Region of cultivation: wild celery is thought to be native to temperate regions of Europe and Western Asia. It is grown in India, which produces more than 50% of the world's total crop, but also in China, Egypt, and France. Culinary uses: cutting celery, no, I'm sorry, I missed part here. Food partners: tomatoes, potatoes, fish, beef, savory, bakes, cabbage, chicken, cucumber, fish, and eggs. Okay, now, culinary uses. Cutting celery is used in Holland and Belgium like we use parsley, as a garnish or stirred into dishes just before serving. It is one of the herbs used for the traditional dish of eel in green sauce. In France, it is sold as a soup herb. In Greece, it is popular in fish and meat casseroles. Cutting celery is useful because you can pick leaves to add to bouquets or garnish soups and stews instead of having to use celery stalk. Chinese celery is used as a flavoring and as a vegetable. It is rarely eaten raw. Stalks are sliced and used in stir-fried dishes. Leaves and stalks flavor soups, braised dishes, rice, and noodles throughout Southeast Asia. Garden celery and celery root are eaten raw or cooked as vegetables, but you can also use their leaves as a flavoring. Cooking tempers the bitterness of all types of celery. All types of celery, but they retain their other aromatic properties. Water celery, with its mild taste, is very popular in Vietnam as a salad herb or highly cooked when it is added to soups, fish, and chicken dishes. Thais use it in a similar way, and serve it raw with larb or blanched with nam prick. The Japanese use it for sukiyaki. It also flavors tomato salad. The Russians and Scandinavians add the seeds to soups, and a few lightly crushed seeds give a pleasant warmth to dressings for winter vegetable salads. Indian cooks also pair celery seed with tomato in curries. Try seeds in potato salad and cabbage dishes in stews and breads. Because they are so small, celery seeds are usually used whole. The flavor is strong, so use sparingly. This, of course, was from the Fluvanna County Public Library Spice of the Month Club. For Reading with Jim Larsen, this is Jim Larsen. You better subscribe to my channel. You better subscribe to my channel.